outside and made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life. Dripping all the sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got a in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they spamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what at. I got some that's up in the jet.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So that'll back them up 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Gone! They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They're going to look to throw. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey. Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it.
And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run forward with Penny. twisting away. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They get it to him running left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Butker now to kick this one away. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Only 3 punts in NFL history have gone for 90 yards or more. You just witnessed one. It's number 4. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now here's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They have the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Blue 45! Blue 45! Zing, zing, zing! Zing, zing, zing!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go! Green 90! Green 90!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10.
Hey, here we go now. Blue 45, blue 45.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shane Ray in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So the Chiefs able to force the safety there. I think you probably give an assist to this Kansas City crowd at Arrowhead.
And don't they love it? They love being part of the game and having an influence on the game because they make it awfully difficult to function, especially when you're backed up deep in your own territory. I think there's a little more going on here than just crowd noise, though. But the home field advantage at Arrowhead, definitely that. A big-time advantage.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught left side, Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds Penny. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Butker now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime.
Back nine and out, Philly. Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Green 90. Green 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking deep for Hilton. He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know, there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Slow.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
And that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes, and that is incomplete here. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And his first carry, he loses the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Penny, the 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Watch him now, Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
4 down. Check. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw, and that'll be incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Mahomes now on first down. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
To throw, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, no, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Toss play to McKinnon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So the Broncos coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception It's going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Ace, ace. Z.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete to Hilton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Cut.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Hot.
and they take a knee. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On is the punter, King, to send it away. This is taken at the 23. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And control of the football switching.